All right, so you guys may have seen the news that Chris Madel, the GOP lawmaker who was going to run for governor of Minnesota, dropped out. And when I initially read the text that was coming out of the news, I kind of, it gave me a lukewarm, you know, feeling to it. I was like, kind of boilerplate. But then I saw his video, and I do have to applaud the PR team. I'm assuming he's got a PR team that put together what he said in his video. I think it was well done for that. Now, I would have further questions for him. I would like to know, as somebody who is GOP, but it says they're no longer associating with their party because of their ideologies. I have so many questions for this person. What in particular do you still have ideologies with? What do you still support and why? Right? Because I think that this is an opportunity to see if maybe this person has shifted a bit more than what they're letting on for. I appreciate that he said he couldn't look his daughters in the eyes, knowing what ICE is doing with, within the area, that he could not support them anymore. I appreciate that within the prepared statement for the video he had, that he admitted that at the beginning he was for this. And I can appreciate where he may have thought that what they were doing was just getting criminals. I can appreciate that. I don't know if I entirely buy it, but I do have a lot of questions for this person who wants to run for governor, because, the question is if you were to make it after this goes over, what's going to be different? And that's just one of many questions I have. I know this person's time is busy. They probably will not talk to somebody like me who doesn't have, tens of thousands of followers, but I think that that's something that should be pushed further on, and that more questions should be asked. Because if there's an opportunity to look at someone who was lockstep with GOP and then has taken a step back and said, I can't support this anymore. Okay, but you touched on multiple issues in your video. One of those was race, which was well put. I'm glad you blatantly put out there that it shouldn't be illegal to drive while black or drive while Asian. I think that's very important. But what was the stance before? So I think it's interesting that the video came out the way it did. I'm glad he made a full statement. Like I said, I'm really at this point chalking it up to a PR team. I think he's got an excellent PR team, because everything in there was formulated very well. The points that he hit on were hit extremely well. If you haven't seen it, go see Chris Madel's. I think it's on his Facebook page, and I think he has an Instagram. You can view it there. I don't know if he's on TikTok, but you can go view that there and see the statement in full. But anyway, what are your thoughts on that? What do you guys think? And do you think he'd change on anything else? And what other stances am I not aware of that I should be, that you think he's still the same on?